Hey everyone, this is Roger from Almost in Full Color. So I found my original Game Boy not too long ago, and I was looking at it, making sure it worked. I found this old Ninja Turtle game as well. So you can see the old Game Boy still has power and works excellent. It doesn't look too bad. Or does it? It kind of fell apart over the years. So the front screen cover, the glue kind of broke down. As you can tell on the back, I used to not have a back cover. I think everyone I knew, the clip would break so it wouldn't stay in. So I used duct tape to keep it on as a kid. And you can see a lot of the tape residue. So this kind of sucks looking at it. And of course, I don't think this will be worth anything. It's all broken up. Who wants a broken Game Boy? So I went out and bought a new shell for the Game Boy, which is transparent. I like transparent cases. I think it's cool to see the inside. So here I was just going to do a walkthrough of how to replace it. So first thing you need to do is turn it over and make sure you get a Y screw. The case I bought from Amazon, that came with the 2 screwdrivers, so you didn't have to worry about it. So if you do buy them and don't have the proper equipment, you can look for ones that come with the pair of screwdrivers. So you're going to need the Y screwdriver and the Phillips screwdriver for this. So on the back, there's 6 screws for the Y. 2 is in the battery compartment and 4 is on the outside. So you just have to take those off and the back case would start to come off. But don't pull it off yet because the boards are connected to each side and there's a ribbon cable connecting both of the boards together. So mine required a little force. I hate messing with ribbon cables. I'm always scared I'm gonna rip them. But just take your time with it. You'll kind of figure out the amount of pressure you need. You can always ask someone for assistance that know a little bit more about electronics if you're worried about it. But it did take mine a little more pressure than I'd like to do to take off the ribbon. So once that's off, we can kind of get rid of the Y screwdriver. It's all Phillips in here. So the backboard, there's 4 screws, 2 holding the headphone jack and then 2 holding the bigger board. So take those off and be careful taking it out. It's a little thin board connecting them, so just be a little cautious. I didn't have no trouble with this. Now to the board with the screen attached to it. There's 8 Phillips screws here, so this is going to take a little time. These were actually pretty snug when I had mine. But once you take them off, notice there is a speaker at the bottom, so kind of be careful. But my problem was the board, I guess through the years, was just kind of stuck, and I was worried about applying pressure. There is 3 clips that hold the screen in. I found it for myself to kind of unclip those to give the board a little more push up in order to kind of grip it a little better to take it out instead of shoving a screwdriver into the board and trying to pry it open. I didn't feel comfortable with that. So once you get that out, you'll see you'll have the rubber pads for the buttons. Those literally just set there, so you just take them off the guides that they're setting on and you are done. You have completely dismantled the Game Boy. So one thought I did have, I thought about keeping the original buttons. So I was kind of looking at which color I liked, but I did notice like the rubber paddings were old. I mean, this is a system I think I got in 1990. So it was nice to replace them, and I kind of like the look of the black with the transparent. So now we just reverse the steps. Put the buttons in with the padding. Go and put the screen board back on with the 8 screws. My kit did come with replacement screws that I did end up using. Some of them just weren't too great, just like a little rusty, and I was like, I'll just put in the newer screws. So that went in. Go to the back panel and put the board back in with the 4 Phillips screws. And once that's done, connect the ribbon cable. Again, I had to make sure it went in. It didn't really snap, but you could kind of tell when it went in. So just spend a little time here. Again, be cautious. You don't want to rip that. And I wanted to do a check before putting the screen on. So if I had to take it apart, I didn't have the screen in the way. And so we're putting in batteries. And here we go for the test run. And we got the Nintendo screen, the game loaded up, and I was able to play. The button feel for this new shell was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I could tell it's a new shell. It didn't It's weird. Anytime you replace shell, you get the little like, oh, this isn't Nintendo. I got a little bit of that, but it wasn't bad. I could still play it. Overall, I was satisfied with this. The only issues I have is the case, the bottom connectors for the batteries are just setting in there. They're on this little guide, but they actually do come out if you leave the back case off. Generally, when you have batteries in there, you won't notice it. And I think I didn't snug my speaker in completely, or the case didn't allow it, because I hear a little rattle if I shake it hard enough. That's usually a test I'll do, is shake it. But overall, I enjoyed this product. It was about $16 to $18 on Amazon. And this brought life to a old system that I'll probably keep it in the background of my video, so you'll probably see it a lot more. But overall, I like the finished product, and I will look into more shells to probably replace some of these older handhelds that have been beaten up through its lifetime. The link to the Amazon I got this case from is down below. Please check that out if you're interested in it, and I hope you enjoyed. Please leave any comments if you had any other questions. Thank you for your time. Peace.